Hello students, let us start off with video 5 of the chapter Diversity in Living Organisms. Here I will be explaining to you about vertebrata. Vertebrata is divided into two, that is Protocaudata and Caudata. First let us discuss about Protocaudata. Protocaudata are a group of organisms which have a bilaterally symmetrical body. They have a true body cavity and they are triploblastic. The special feature about Protocaudata is they have a notochord, and this notochord is present at least in some of the stages of its life. What is this notochord? Notochord is a rod-shaped structure which runs along the back of the organism and separates the nervous tissue from the gut. And it provides space for the attachment of muscles, which makes movement easy. This group of organisms are mostly marine, and examples are Herdmania, Baranoglossus, Amphioxus, etc. The next is Caudata. They have a true vertebral column. They are triploblastic. They have a true body cavity. They are bilaterally symmetrical. They have an endo as well as an exoskeleton, and to the endoskeleton are attached muscles which help in movement, and they have a very complex body, that is proper differentiation of cells, tissues, organs and organ systems. They have very important 5 distinct features, that is presence of a notochord, have a dorsal nerve cord, presence of paired gill pouches, they are triploblastic and coelomate. Now under the Caudata there are 6 classes. The first one is known as Cyclostomata, which is also known as Agnatha. They are jawless vertebrates. That is why they are given the name Agnatha. They do not have an exoskeleton. Endoskeleton is present and it is cartilaginous. The breathing organ is gills, and they have an eel-like body. They do not have paired fins. Examples are lamprey, hagfish, etc. Next let us see species. They are either marine or freshwater. They have an endoskeleton as well as an exoskeleton. Exoskeleton is either made of scales or plates. Endoskeleton can be bony or cartilaginous and bony. They breathe through gills. They have a streamlined body which helps them to cut through water, thus reduce friction. They have paired fins which also help in movement. The tail helps to change the direction. They have a 2-chambered heart. They are cold-blooded animals. They lay eggs in water. Fishes, as I told you, have 2 types of skeletons. Some of them have a skeleton only made of bones. They are only made of cartilage, These fishes are known as cartilaginous fishes, as in the case of sharks, and some of them have both and cartilaginous and bone skeleton made of cartilage as well as bone. These fishes are known as bony fish. Now examples, we have lot of examples. The that is rohu, etc. are bony fish, while the electric, the shark, the stingray, etc. are cartilaginous fishes. Next is the amphibia. They do not have an exoskeleton. Skin is smooth and slimy, and they have mucus glands on the skin. They either breathe through gills or through lungs. They live both on land and water. They have a 3-chambered heart. They have a bilaterally symmetrical body, and they lay eggs in water. Examples are salamanders, frogs, toads, etc. Now amphibians, they, just as I told you, bryophytes are the amphibians of the plant kingdom. Here, this group of animals, that is salamanders, toads, frogs, etc., are coming under the category of amphibians in the animal kingdom. Next is reptilia. They have an exoskeleton made of scales. They have a 3-chambered heart. Exception is in the case of crocodile, which has a 4-chambered heart. Species, amphibia and reptilia all are cold-blooded animals. That means they change their body temperature according to the temperature in the environment. These reptilia, they lay eggs, and the eggs are laid on land, not in water, and the eggs have covered with a tough, leathery outer covering. Next is apes. That means the birds. They are having an aerial habitat. Exoskeleton is made of feathers. The bones are hollow, or we can say pneumatic, which helps them in flight. It makes the body lighter. They have powerful flight muscles, which is also an adaptation for flight. They have wings, and the tail helps them to change the direction. Body is streamlined to cut through the air. Birds are warm-blooded. They lay eggs. Examples, we have lot of examples: peacock, crow, cranes, ostrich, etc. Next, the last one is mammals or mammalia. They have an exoskeleton that is made of hairs, and in the skin are present the sweat and oil glands. Endoskeleton is of course there, which is bony, and muscles are attached to it. They have mammary glands which produce milk to feed the young ones at the time of their birth. External earlobe or pinna is present. They give birth to young ones. But there are exceptions. Certain mammals, primitive mammals, they lay eggs, as in the case of echidna and platypus. So mammals, they have a 4-chambered heart. Birds or apes also have a 4-chambered heart, and both apes and mammals, they are warm-blooded. So with that, we have finished with all the classes of vertebrata. I would like to specially mention about the adaptations of fishes for an aquatic life. The first thing is that they have a streamlined body. They have fins to swim in water and a tail that acts as a radar to change the direction. The fins help them in movement, as I told you, and not only that, the scales are covered with a kind of mucus which prevents desiccation. And in freshwater fishes, there is a swim bladder which provides them with the buoyancy. Marine fishes do not need this because they are living in salt water. That itself gives them the buoyancy. So these are some of the adaptations of fishes for living in water. Now let us see the adaptations of birds. First of all, they have wings for flight, and they have powerful flight muscles which help them to keep on flying. Bones are hollow or pneumatic bones which reduces the body weight. They have a tail which helps them to change the direction, and also body is streamlined to cut through the air. These are some of the adaptations of birds for flight. So with that, we conclude this video.